it stays about 5 years right now. Yes, I said 5 years, which is awesome because if you think about it, if you have a vacancy every year, you're going to have a month you've got to get the property ready, a month where you got the property rented, you might have to do some work on the property. You're going to lose rent for a couple of months. So let's say my rent is $1,000 a month. If I lose $2,000 or $3,000 in rent, that's going to kill me. But what if I rented my property for $100 less than everything else in the area? So I'm going to come out ahead because if every year I lose a couple of $1,000, well, why don't I just reduce my rent by $1,000 a year to save myself $2,000 or $3,000 a year? And I also get to choose the best tenants in that area. It's kind of like a job application. I have lots of people. I have 5 people that are fighting over the house, and I'm interviewing them to say, why should you get the house? Because it's just a little bit below market value, and I'm able to get the best tenant, and I avoid the turnover because they don't want to move after. So these things are really important. We're going to talk more about it next week in part 2 of real estate rentals. And that's what you want. That's really what you want. Repairs just kill this return, right? With the right people, repairs are non-existent. There is some normal wear and tear, but you shouldn't be able to do repairs all of the time. Boarded up homes. These are homes in the area that they put boards on them. So basically the windows, the doors, somebody went and put a board on there, screws it in. And so this means concern of vandalism or someone unlawfully moving into the home. So best if there are not any boarded up homes in the area. If there's one or two within a 5 blocks, you're okay. But again, if there's one on the same street, that's very concerning. But my recommendation, if there's boarded up homes, stay away from it. Be very careful. How to determine boarded up homes in the area? Someone needs to drive the area. If you're not in the area, you can use a service like TaskRabbit where you can hire somebody to go drive, take pictures in the area that could be helpful for you. You could hire a local real estate agent as well. Vandalism. If there's been theft on the property, there's a good chance it'll happen again when you're the owner, and the home can become vacant between tenants. Or when you're doing repairs to the property. So how to determine vandalism? Just take a tour of the property, call your police station, get a police report to see what's happened. How to determine boarded up homes in the area? It's the same thing. Somebody needs to drive that area. You can use TaskRabbit if you live outside, but it's best if you can just go and do that yourself. Ranking rental properties. In commercial properties, they rent office space as A class, B class, and C class properties. I do the same when it comes to rental properties as well. A class are areas that are typically too expensive and rents are too low. So basically, the higher you go in price, the rents don't go up proportionally. There's a place of no return where it's better to be under a certain price range. So if you have a property that is $100,000 rents for $1,000, if it's $200,000, it might rent for $1,500. Well, you'd rather be where that crosses on the axis, where you're getting the most you can for rents versus the price. So we call that a rental ratio. It's basically the rent the rent for the year divided by the amount you're going to get or you're going to purchase the property for. Or you can look at that monthly. If you're $1,000, if you're $100,000, you probably want to be renting for $1,000 a month. Again, that's going to be area specific. Most of my rentals are in B-class neighborhoods. They have good schools, good areas, but not in the best areas and not in the worst areas. That's kind of what I like to call blue-collar neighborhoods, where people like to actually work for a living and get their hands dirty. So you don't want to be the cheapest or the most expensive rents in your area. This kind of wrap us up on this. A couple of questions that came up here I want to highlight. Rayo said the crime info is good to know in general. Thank you. Great. I'm glad it's helpful. Rayo said, do you think extensive investigation on a tenant could push renters away? Like really asking a lot in and out before approving a renter? Yeah, absolutely. Here's the deal. I want to push renters away. I want people to want my property, and I want to rent my property for a little bit less than market where they're going to want the property. And so we make renters jump through hoops in the beginning. So we're going to do credit. We're going to do background. One of the things to keep in mind with credit, if somebody has been evicted before, they are 4 times more likely or 3 to 5 times more likely of being evicted again. I was talking to an eviction attorney. He's evicted the same person 6 times. Same person, 6 times, 6 different properties. If you got an eviction report, which you can pull down, you can see if the guy's been evicted before. So yes, you want a good application, you want credit, you want background, and you want to know if the guy's been evicted before. You want to make sure he wants the property, he's willing to take care of the property. Those things are really big. So I would say, Rayo, if you're worried about turning a renter away, you need more applications, which means you're probably overpricing your property. If you underprice your property a little bit, you're going to be able to have your pick of the litter. You'll be the belle of the ball. Okay, if you missed last week's Livecast, probate deals, you want to go back and watch the replay. It's well worth your time. While you're there, remember to subscribe to the channel, like the video, leave some comments. So some things that you missed last week. Probate deals. What is a probate deal and how and why do we like them so much? How to approach probate deals as a win-win and not come across as insensitive. The one amazing referral source that you'll need to repeatedly find deals, quick probate deals into massive profits. Okay, guys, a couple of things I want to go over. Future Livecast. Today, I've got a renter calculator tool. So just go to dohardmoney.com/rental-calculator. I am going to actually send this out to everybody to make it easier for you to click on. So I'm going to post that in the comments. Go get a free copy of this. It'll help you make determinations about what rental properties you should be looking at, which ones you shouldn't. Also, future Livecast. I want to know what do you want to have future Livecasts on? Wholesaling, reverse wholesaling, determining rehab costs, coronavirus investing, wholesaling remote, choosing good contractors, seller financing, contractor bids, determining rental prices, business partner deep dive. If any of these are interested to you, please type them in the chat or into the comments. Whether you're listening live or you're listening to the recording, type them in. It's great feedback for us to know. Prepare yourself to buy cash flowing properties. How to make offers without seeing properties. Closing a deal, all the players, sales skills, seller negotiating at the kitchen table, subject to deals, or something else. Carissa Scott, COVID investing, fantastic. We've got that down. Anything else that you want to see, please type it in. While you're doing that, go ahead and download the Do Hard Money Rental-Calculator. You can just click on the link that we've sent there. We'll put the link in the video description as well. Okay, while you're thinking about these things, we're going to press on here. More info. If you enjoyed what you heard today, please share this link, share the live cast, friends and family. The other thing you can do is actually listen to our Income Hacker podcast, iTunes, Stitcher, wherever you listen to. If you're an Income Hacker listener, please type it in the comments. I'd be really interested to know. Making offers without seeing the property. Okay, that's a great one. Rayo say reverse wholesaling, closing a deal. Okay, download says need access. Sorry about that, Tony. We will get that fixed once we get off the call here. So bookmark that or just keep it, and I will get that fixed. Have my guys get it fixed. Okay, swag winners. So next week, based upon the comments today, the comments that will happen on the posted video, we'll be having a winner for our swag. But what I want to show you is what we're going to be giving away for our swag. So hang on one second. Okay, so for next week's swag winner, for this week's video, we'll be announcing it next week. We have a killer Do Hard Money OGO hat. That's amazing. It's got the little Do Hard Money there. Super cool. Super OGO. Okay, we've got another sports bottle we'll be giving away. We got a couple more of these grippers, which are awesome. Let's see. We've got another sports band we're giving away. Another Imagine. We've got another Stress House. We've got an ice pack. We've got the jump ropes. So a lot of great swag that's coming. I dropped it. So if you want to be entered in to win this swag box we'll be sending somebody's way, I'll be announcing it next week on the live cast. I'll be announcing it. So all you've got to do is comment on here with the live cast and comment on the recorded video. Whoever is the most engaging or we think has the best comments or the most comments or those types of things, I'll be making a determination and they will be getting our swag box. Of the week with all this great stuff. So appreciate you being with us and being a part of it. So we'll talk about who's going to win and those types of things next week, interactions, who asked. And so next week, same time, same place, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you type in the topics that you want either now or on the recorded video. And we'll go ahead and get this Do Hard Money Rental Calculator fixed as well. Thanks for being with us today, everybody. Until next time, we will see you next week, same time,